Hi, I'm Ernie Zorn. I'm here with Larry Housel, bringing you number 60 in Puritas Spring Software's FAQ series. It's the third video in a subset dealing with ChatGPT in the law office. Now, I didn't mention this in the last video, but although Larry and I are focusing on ChatGPT in the law office, the things we're talking about also apply to any business office, or really anyone who wants to stay ahead of the curve. By the way, one thing to note is that Larry and I are using the pay version of Chat, but I think all or most of our tricks will work in version 3 as well.
That's right, Ernie. We will do our best to distinguish between the paid and the free version. Most of this stuff you can do in the free version, but we don't want to skip over the paid features, which in some cases become free anyway. So think about browsing the internet without a browser. You wouldn't have any method of typing in what you wanted to get the information back out. You wouldn't really know what to do. You could start to type in a web address, I guess, of a company that you knew the name of and see if you got it right. My point is that what the difference that Google makes in your experience, or Yahoo or Bing or whatever that you use to find information on the internet, is the difference that that ChatGPT can have on your ability to manipulate and work with words. So I think that adding ChatGPT to your internet toolkit will have a similar impact on your computing experience.
And that goes double for law offices because working on documents, that's the name of their game. Just to bring our viewers up to speed, our first video in this series was a 10-minute introduction to ChatGPT. We talked about what it is and how to get it on your computer, the very basics.
And that's all really good stuff to know. The second video, we focused on things that you could actually do. So techniques that you could take back to your law office and put in action.
I'm biased, but I think the second video was outstanding. I loved watching ChatGPT ferret out scam emails. That was a cool trick.
I really like its ability to summarize documents and big chunks of text is amazing.
Yeah, that was bordering on magical. We also showed what a banged-up job it can do researching statutes. In the time it would take me to walk to the office library, Chat located the statute and summarized it. You wouldn't get that or even expect it from an old standby search engine like Google. Okay, yeah, no, I see where you're going with that, and I suppose I could do the research online without even leaving my seat. However much that my seat needs leaving, and I love the library atmosphere anyway, love all those books, even if I elected to do my search from the desk, I'd still have to formulate search terms, which isn't always as easy as you might think, and then I'd have to sift through hundreds of irrelevant hits and sponsored links. I think this is also true of conventional legal databases like Pacer and LexisNexis and legal government websites, although I don't believe the ones that I mentioned specifically use sponsored links. I haven't tried them in a long while.
Are those sites free?
I'm pretty sure LexisNexis is not free, and sometimes you have to belong to an association to utilize the resources that's available through that through their law library or legal database, if you will. And memberships typically are not free.
It's probably easier, and in the case you just made, maybe cheaper, just to let Chat do the work for you.
That's what I was wondering about. And continuing that line of thinking, the more things to take home, that's a good way to proceed. So let's get going and see what we've got for our viewers here.
All right, so one of my favorite law-related things that ChatGPT can do, and by the way, I like calling it Chat also. These guys aren't very good at naming things.
It's easier to say.
Yeah, and really that's all it is. But at any rate, I'd go as far as to say that law offices have been waiting for a dictation tool like ChatGPT since computers were introduced into the legal profession.
Well, what makes Chat so different?
Well, similar to your research example, it's easier and it's more accurate than any previous dictation tool. Also, you can use ChatGPT to summarize the dictation or answer questions about it. So for this, as we mentioned earlier, you're going to be able to do it for free. And all we're going to do is cut and paste.
Should I go ahead?
You can, so in the interest of speeding things up here, I took this dictation on my phone. I brought up the ChatGPT app and I held it in front of a YouTube video as it played on my computer. You can watch the video. We'll put the YouTube link, right, Ernie? In the description.
Yep, that's going to show up.
So you can click on it and watch. But you'll see that everything that the gentleman in there says is in this chunk of text here. So before you paste it in, Ernie, let's give it a little bit of context, if you don't mind. Can you just tell it, say, you're a lawyer, and your client says the following.
Okay, that part I'll type in.
Yeah.
Because
we want to tell ChatGPT what's going on a little bit.
And what did you say, Larry? I'm a lawyer,
and my client says the following. Colon. And then
now I'll paste.
And then just paste it in there.
There it is.
Yeah. So
let's see. Where's the?
You may scroll down.
Now we're by.
Oh, you got
there we
all
go.
Your
Yeah,
pop-ups
right.
in the way. Speaking of ads.
There we go.
All right.
I don't remember that being there.
Yeah. So anyway, I was just marveling at the information that it was taking out of that very obtuse chunk of text that we fed into it, right?
Right.
So, and it already has asked, like, it brought up questions to ask, and I was going to actually ask it to do that, but it already thought of that and said, here's some more information that would be useful at the bottom there.
Like if you were it was suggesting questions that you might use if you were going to interview a witness?
Yeah.
Nice.
Like go back to this person and find out, or a witness and find out this information. That's absolutely right.
Yeah, that's really amazing. I don't know if the viewers got a chance, but there wasn't that much opportunity to take a look at the actual text.
Yeah.
But it was a rambling narrative, so just making sense out of it was already an amazing step.
I agree. And like I said, I was going to ask to do some other stuff, but it already did it. So maybe we should just move on to the next thing, because I think you've got a really interesting thing about dictation that I should have thought of.
Okay. Well, let's see here. Now, our viewers may already know this, but it's a handy little trick to have in your toolkit. But let me put my cursor here in the send a message box. And I'm going to, on my keyboard, of course you can't see this, I'm going to hit the Windows key and, what is it, H, I think. H, yeah. There we go. Write an email to erniezor@gmail.com whose credit card has been declined. Okay, so what we have there is an email notification to someone who's purchased something and their credit card was declined.
Yeah.
And it looks like it looks pretty good.
It's a little bit verbose, maybe.
Yeah, right. That's what I was thinking too. It might be going overboard. And I wonder, you could probably tell it to
be terse.
Hey, can we do that right now?
Yeah.
Like it knows from the last.
Yeah, I don't remember.
You know what? Let me shut this off for a minute.
Say rewrite that and be more terse. Is that the right way to say that? Rewrite that in a more terse manner.
Okay, I'm going along with that. We'll see what happens. Yeah, there you go. You wanted terse, you got it.
I think that gets right to the point of the problem.
Yeah, you know what? Or maybe even somewhere in between both of these.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
Yeah, okay. Well, anyway, that was a demonstration of the fact of two things, really. That one, you could use the Windows key plus H to engage this dictation, so you don't even have to type a prompt in the send a message box. So, but that's a pretty decent email, I think. How about this? Let's try one more. I'm going to do the dictation one again.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops.
Microsoft can't help themselves but try to sell something every second.
Is that what that was all about?
think so.
Okay. Well, how come it's not dictating that? Okay, I'm going to go with this.
You have to hit that got it button, apparently.
Oh, okay.
UI developers.
Write an email to erniezor@gmail.com. He has requested a new password to download an app that he purchased. Yeah, those dots there, you're right. You have to scroll up. I've got to get this thing out of the way.
Oh, see, that's nice.
Please click. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah,
Not too shabby.
that's as good as anything else.
I think
It's
so.
It's what we asked it to do. Is there anything else that we have? Another quick example we can do in this video?
Yeah, if it's not going to take too long, I want to try this example with custom instructions. This is for the paid version. But you know how we had the we had to give it some context earlier for that dictation. We had to say like, "Hey, I'm a lawyer doing this thing."
Okay, right.
Well, you can do that automatically in the paid version. It's called custom instructions. Essentially, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to ask it a question on your current, on the default mode. You recognize this. I wonder if anybody else, I'm sure a lot of people will.
Oh, right. Yes, I remember. I commented that you had dated yourself by even bringing the thing up,
Yeah, well,
and now you're putting it in a video. So
some of us we've been around.
there you go.
Okay, so I just asked it this question. So it's just writing out what it knows about
Oh my goodness! Will you
a
look at that?
contract, right? So you could break it down. But it did mention
Hey, what the?
that it also
Jay Wellington Wimpy? I didn't know Wimpy had that many names. I thought he was just Wimpy.
Jay Wellington.
Jay Wellington Wimpy. Wow. All right.
First name, sir? And it's even prompting you. I didn't even notice this, but look, you haven't done it yet, so it's telling you should do it.
Oh.
So this may or may not be on your screen. If you click here on the three buttons next to your account, you'll see this new menu item called Custom Instructions. So you start that up. It says these are custom instructions. This then is the window that you can tell it information about how you generally are using AI or ChatGPT specifically.
So in other words, if you wanted to say, okay, every time you answer, pretend like you're talking to a fellow attorney.
Yeah, that's right.
And then no matter what you did then in any of your chats, that's what it would. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, right. I'm
like a
gonna write
default
exactly
file,
that.
basically. I get it.
What's going on? Is every time not one word? This is where people find out you're a much better speller than me, because I would have never gotten terse. Answer.
You spell it with a U, don't you? Turse. No.
Here.
That's just a little comic relief while Larry types.
Yeah. I do legal work. We won't get too complicated.
Okay. But
Just
yeah,
so
and
you
you
know.
know what? I think I get it, and I'm sure our viewers get it too. You can set your defaults up. That's cool.
So it's thinking skewed in that direction whenever you ask it a question point blank. You know? And there's a name for that. It's kind of like one-shotting or something. Anyway.
Okay, I got it.
how would you like ChatGPT to respond? This is the part I like because I can always say, look, restate what I asked for, so I can confirm you understand correct. Right? That's my first thing that I want it to do.
Okay.
So whatever I ask it, confirm it back to me and ask me a question to clarify my request. Okay? And then wait for my response. So this means now, if I start up a new window, enable for new chat. Sorry.
Yeah, Larry, you're very demanding.
I know. I'm in a hurry all the time. So now it's enabled for. It won't be enabled on these. The existing chats, you're not going to be able to do this. But on new chats, if you click new chat.
Okay.
Now it's going into this. I'm going to ask it the same
All right,
question.
I get what you just said, too. You're saying that it won't retroactively go through all those other chats that you've done in the past,
Right.
but that's going to be in effect for any new chat you start. Okay,
going
I
forward.
get it.
Right. So I'm just going to paste into this new chat that same exact question. Is this a valid contract? And hit go. And it should restate it to me. And then say, you're asking this from a legal perspective? And then and then he says, wait for your response and say, yes.
No, you know what?
Did I not type it?
Maybe you need to click there, yeah, because I didn't see it coming down there.
Lost focus.
No, lost focus, right.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, basically you're getting probably more or less the same answer in the last one, because ChatGPT is pretty good in general.
Oh, great.
with
It's
this stuff.
given the law school offer, acceptance, consideration.
It didn't mention anything about Wimpy. It was like, that's got nothing to do with this.
Interesting.
This is a serious question about a contract. Anyway, yeah, so pretty cool.
I think just knowing Jay Wellington was Wimpy's first name, right there is the price for admission.
That's right.
I'd be clicking on like, if there was a way to click on the like button more than one time.
You would do that?
For Jay Wellington, I would be clicking the crap out of that.
I hope we can at least get one like from our viewers if they've watched this long.
Yeah, right. Jay Wellington Wimpy, for gosh sakes.
Like 2 seconds.
All right, well, you know what? It's getting to be that time. Larry and I gave you some fascinating examples of chat's ability to take dictation, summarize text, answer questions about it. Pretty interesting things. And I had the opportunity to show how you can talk to ChatGPT like it was a person using that Windows key.
Yeah.
I was going to say Control H. The
Windows
Windows
H?
key H.
Mm-hmm.
And also it could do a pretty competent job at drafting emails.
So before signing off, let me remind you guys to not hesitate, like we said, are always appreciated so that more people can see this video, and comments especially appreciated because we'd like to get your feedback if you've got anything you're doing or anything you find interesting. Put it in the comments.
That's good advice. I'm going to take this opportunity to mention our new book, ChatGPT and the Law. It's a comprehensive guide to AI in law offices, and you can order it from our landing page. The link is in the description. I'm hoping it is anyway.
I hope so too.
Yeah. It's also, well, you know what? It's also available in the Amazon bookstore for $12.95 in digital format and $15.99 as a paperback. As always, don't forget to like, share, and or subscribe to the Puritas Springs software channel for additional videos created especially for law offices. Larry and I are thrilled and honored to have even one subscriber, so we welcome all new and old subscribers. We're happy to have you along. And we'll have a lot more awesome tricks, tips, and hints in this series, so stay tuned. So Larry and I really appreciate your subscribing. It's a thrill to have you with us, and stay tuned and let us know you support our effort by clicking the like button. We thank you for it, and until next time, stay healthy, safe, and happy.